The Economist claims that ADHD is no longer viewed as binary or as a category, but is now seen as a spectrum of neurodiversity, just a different way of being normal. Well, hold on just a second, right? This is not a recent change in our view of ADHD as binary. We have been talking about ADHD as representing a spectrum of symptoms within the population for more than 30 years. So the idea that this is something new, some great discovery by researchers, and therefore ADHD is not a disorder, to me it's just grossly illogical. How you get from one to the other, it's almost like it's stating that if something isn't binary and it falls along a spectrum, that means it can't be a disorder or a dysfunction. Those don't go together, right? There are many instances in life where things fall along a spectrum, like your eyesight, right? But when it gets to a point where it is extremely dysfunctional, it's not effective, we can draw a line and call it a disorder, right? And then get you some treatment for it. And we can also do that with developmental problems like language. And we can certainly do it with psychiatric disorders like autism spectrum and ADHD, all of which fall along a spectrum. Just because something falls along a spectrum doesn't mean that as you get out toward the extreme degrees of those spectrums, you can't call it a disorder. Yes, you can. And the reason why is at some point along that spectrum, your functioning begins to fail. The particular adaptation or trait that we're talking about, in this case ADHD and self-regulation, reaches a point of being so deficient that it can't do what it's supposed to do to help the individual adapt and function effectively.